Hi, this is Jim from Jim's Coleus, and I just want to shoot this video out for those of you who are in frost zones, like I'm in New Jersey, where unfortunately we have to say goodbye to our beautiful Coleus plants and look forward to the 2018 season. What I do is choose the plants that I like among my personal collection, and I then harvest the seeds. Now this is one particular of my favorites. This is a Jitters Coleus, and I'm going to be bringing this one in for the season. It is in a pot, and again, this will last through next year, and I'll be able to plant it outdoors. But I do want to harvest the seeds because I don't have a lot of Jitters seeds, and this was one of my favorites. And as you can see, they actually mutate a little. I did not plant this red Coleus. It is actually a Jitters, but they mutate, and this is what came out here. So I'm going to harvest the seeds. So I'd like to do a video on how to do that. Now all of your Coleus, no matter what type, and there are hundreds and hundreds of them, they all shoot out these seed stems, seed pods. Some of them will be a lot longer. This is a Jitters. This one's kind of short, but I have a bunch of trays here showing the seed stalks and how I organize them. So come December, when I start to plant my 2018 crop, I can organize my seed pods so I know exactly what I'm growing. And the exciting thing is as I've been finding out as the years progress, I plant, say, a con Coleus or a Jitter, not Jitters necessarily because I haven't had a lot of them, but some of the variations as I go from one year to the next seeding them, I find that the plant again mutates, and there's so many different conditions that do that. I'm not a horticultural expert, but just an observation. So again, I chose the plants that I have on my property that I planted, and my favorites, and the ones that I know I need some seeds for next year. So what I did is, now again, all your plants or your Coleus in frost zones here at this stage in the fall, or well before, they develop these stems. You can see they have these little lavender flowers on there. So outdoors, these are, you'll see a lot of bumblebee activity, which is necessary. They're going to pollinate these. So you want to leave these on. You want to let those bumblebees do their work. Pollinate these. And as time progresses, you're going to start to see these seed pods. The lavender leaves will fall off and they'll start to brown. And that's where you want to take scissors at the base of the flower, or anywhere really, but I cut at the base, and cut these seed pods off. And again, to organize them, because I have multiple different, I'm going to be saving multiple different seeds. I just got these aluminum trays from the dollar store, and I organize them. And the reason why I do that is because after cutting the stem, your work is not over by any means. What you need to do then is find a place that kids, animals, wind are not going to disturb them. Away from not the sunlight necessarily, but you want these to dry out completely so you don't see any green. This is probably the closest you're going to see. Just as you can see, it's starting to brown out, but you want to get these completely dried out, where when it's time, you'll know they're brittle, they're dry, and that's where that's when it's time to actually harvest the seeds. And the way you do that is, now these are not ready for me to take the seeds out, but I think I can explain it to you pretty easily here where you'll understand. Let's just say, for example, this one is ready to go. It's all brittle, but the seed pods, you'll be able to see the seed pods. Let me see if I can get them in there. You can see those little round, dark, little cradles, I call them, and that's where your Coleus seeds are. And they're not much. They're just about the size of a poppy seed. Most of them are smaller. You're gonna see that's what you're looking to get out. So what I do is I take these. I'll cut this in half. This is a big pod. This has a lot of seeds, so I'll cut it in half, break it in half, and then I put it into a very fine strainer like this. And what you do is you're gonna gently rub. You're gonna just keep in a circular motion, but gently. You don't want to crush it, but you're gonna gently rub it around in circles and circles, and you're gonna see on the bottom all your Coleus seeds. They're going to just start spilling out. And I use a white paper plate because of the contrast. It makes it so much easier because they're so small. But you can also see a lot of debris. All the stems, the dead greenery, and so forth. It's going to fall through too. So you're going to do it a number of times until you know you got as much of the seeds. And you may not need that many seeds. I don't. I have thousands of them, but I like to save. I like to plant some of the newer ones because, again, I've been learning that each year they change a little. So it's kind of neat. So I'm not going to keep using seeds that are 2 years old. I'll plant a few of them here and there. And again, I keep them in a dark bag, in Ziploc bags, in a dark container, away from heat and light. So again, you're going to just keep doing that and shake them out and then separate them. And then you can fold this. There's a number of ways to separate the seeds. But once you get the seeds down on that white paper plate, you can fold it, put them in an envelope, mark them. I keep them in these plastic Ziploc bags. I mark them pre-hand with a Sharpie. And I put my seeds in there. And again, you can put them in a paper envelope. You just want to make sure everything's dry. You want to make sure it's just seeds and you don't have a lot of organic matter because that can mold up on you. But at this point, everything's dried already. That's why I wait. I won't do this for another month or so till I know that it's completely dry. But just this stem here will get, oh my God, hundreds and hundreds of seeds. So I overdid it here, but I plant an awful lot of plants. So that's why I just took a lot of these. And you can see that one there is loaded. It's starting to brown and it's loaded with seeds. And these are Kongs. These are my favorite. So I'll just save all of these stems. And there's a couple of plants that really aren't my favorite, but I sold. There's green with the white centers. And they're good greenery. They're good to mix in with other Coleus plants when I make my arrangement. So, I'll probably cut one more stem. They're not quite ready. And here's some jitter seeds in a Ziploc from earlier, from one of my earlier plants that was ready. So I put them in there. And again, I marked it. This is a hanging basket I have that really had some nice jitters plants. So I have those seeds. And again, I'm going to let them dry out. Here's another one. So I marked these trays. Again, you put them away, away from pets, cats, kids. Not anywhere it's going to blow around. If you have a window open, you don't want them blowing around all over the place. And then when it's time, you can start sowing your seeds. And I'll start my crop, my 2018 crop. I'll start it at in the middle of December. And we'll get going from there. So, all right, I hope this helps out. And what I'll do is stay tuned. I'll when it comes time to actually harvest the seeds from these, I'll shoot a video of me doing so. But I think this should give you enough information on how to do that. So, okay. Hope everybody has a happy fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And I'll see you in 2018.